Hi guys, thought I'd just do a quick video about why you should be hyped for the next volume of Index that is coming out next month, which is Genesis Testament Volume 13. I'm just going to go through like the summary, and of course you can see the cover right here with Index and Toma on the front. Let's have a closer look at this. So we've got Index and Toma on a cover for the first time in forever. I know people have been like saying that Sphinx's arm looks kind of sus here, but you know, that's what cats do. You know, they reach out with their paw when they see something interesting or they want to scratch you for whatever reason. I wouldn't take it further than that, but it's up to you. And then you got a red background, which looks really ominous. I really like the backdrop for this. It looks really cool. 13 is unlucky for some, so we might see something bad happen this volume. And then you got Toma doing a classic anime run in the background. And the artist of Index, Haimura, he was not lying when he said that for Genesis Testament, he's experimenting with a lot more different poses and that, or at least he's gotten the free reign to do it. I feel like a lot of the Genesis Testament covers have been very unique, and I gotta say, this stands out for Index covers in my opinion, just because of how like the coloring and obviously the poses as well. And if you notice Toma, his colors are a bit like grayed out. I mean, he's purple, but when you compare his color scheme to Index, like he's going gray. So what's happening in Toma? It's like gray purple. You get me? He's less saturated. I think that's the word I'm looking for. So is something bad going to happen to Toma this volume? Probably, because we know everything. Everything and anything can happen to Toma from what we've read so far. But yeah, I'm just going to read through the summary if you haven't already. I know the summary was released a while back, but I think it's been expanded a little bit, so we'll just read through this. And yes, this is spoilers, obviously, if you haven't caught up. The end of the world due to the great demon. Will Kamijo be able to protect the white girl's place? I know there's people like debating who the white girl was. Like, it was already obvious to me that it was Index. I mean, who else is going to be? I mean, she's British as well. Her complexion's white. She's mostly white. Who else is going to be? Come on. Red snow continues to fall on Academy City. Why is it red? Is it because Coronzon is spilling the blood and then she's just going around murdering people like Operation Handcuffs and then the snow's turning red? If so, that is really metal and pretty disturbing at the same time. It was the prelude to the end of the world. Yes, this is an ominous volume. I know a lot of people have predicted something bad is going to happen. I mean, usually does in Index, at least for Genesis Testament. After defeating Alistair, you know, come on, yes, you defeated Alistair, but you're already inside him. That sounds kind of wrong. The great demon Coronzon activates the ultimate destructive magic, Adikarika. There we go, second time lucky. And is about to bring the world to ruin. And yes, this is Google Translate, so it's not going to be 100% accurate, but we will just roll with it. Sensing what is happening, Kanzaki Kaori and Itsuwa of the British Puritan Church, aka the Anglican Church, invade Academy City all at once. So yes, this is a big deal, because Coronzon was the big bad at the end of New Testament 22. And yeah, it was basically the final boss, if you're not counting K and T, where it was basically, yeah, we need to stop Coronzon from blowing up the universe, all the phases, which is basically the multiverse, and all the laws of the world. Herself, like, she was willing to just do a great big reset of everything. She was basically doing Thanos, but Thanos and then some. Like, a full reset, not just like half population. She just wanted to reset everything, destroy everything, and then somehow it'll come back, like the Big Bang will happen or whatever, and then things will redo. But she was stopped, and then Alistair took over her body. But now she has taken over Alistair once again. So things are looking pretty bad, because Coronzon is very strong. She did lose her soul form in New Testament 22, which did, well, assumingly weakened her, so Alistair's soul could then take control of her body. But is she now using Alistair's soul to power herself? And since Alistair has crossed the abyss, will that mean that Coronzon will be at full power once again, or full power for her in the physical world, rather than her being in the abyss of Da'at, which is her realm? And this is very complicated, but we'll continue. I'm just going off on one. But yeah, it's cool to see that we're getting, you know, familiar faces return to try and stop Coronzon. It seems like almost a redo of New Testament 22. I just hope it's not like exactly the same. I'm sure Kamachi won't do like just a repeat of New Testament 22. But obviously it's similar stuff happening. But I'm curious to see what angle he's going to make this go. I think Coronzon might win, honestly. I think she might win this time in some capacity. I'm not saying she's going to blow up everything. Maybe, I don't know. But maybe she will achieve a partial destruction of some kind. Maybe bring back the pure world, who knows? And the worst case scenario of a full-scale clash between the magic side and the science side unfolds. Magic and science at war? Wait, is Accelerator not getting on with Dion Fortune or something? Is this what's happening? Or is this just referring to the fact that Coronzon was part of the magic side? I'm not sure what it means by this. But I would have thought that Accelerator would have the common sense to team up with Dion Fortune and the Angakans, considering the level of threat we're dealing with. I mean, this is Coronzon. This is one of the strongest beings in the entire Toaru verse. So you think they would have the common sense to team up. And Accelerator, if there's a time to stop, dicking around in prison, now this is the time. I know I've said this before when CRC came out of nowhere, but this is pretty serious, man. We need your platinum wings, because Accelerator's platinum wings help defeat Coronzon along with Terma's fish eggs. So we do need you, Accelerator, to not just stay inside all day. In order to stop the chain of destruction, while Kamijo is holding a strategy meeting with Accelerator, Kiharu Alice, and the Transcendents. Okay, so they're teaming up with the Transcendents at least. I would have thought Alice's reality warping will be able to affect Coronzon, but maybe not, because I think Alice's magic is part of the Tree of Sephiroth, from what Alistair said when he was around. Since Coronzon is the gatekeeper of the entire tree, maybe her magic doesn't affect Coronzon, and it wouldn't be surprising considering Coronzon can denote every aspect of the 4 elements, and she's basically immune to most forms of magic anyway. That's why everyone was having a tough time stopping her. If so, that's going to make it a lot harder. That means we really, really need Accelerator, and Terma needs to go Dragon Mode, or at least chop off his arm. But we know that Terma doesn't want to do that anymore, because he's got some character development. He doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't think he's himself, or obviously not, because he gets taken over by the bad influence inside him, the Kamijo no Terma part of him, it seems from Genesis Testament 9. Hamazu Takitsubo and Dion Fortune even come to his aid. Okay, so yeah, Dion Fortune is helping Accelerator. I don't know what it means by there's a full-scale clash between the two sides. I think that just means there's both going on at the same time. I don't think they're fighting each other, but we'll see. Kamijo Terma rises up to protect the place of the white girl. So, from what I gather from this, I think Coronzon will be going after Index this volume. I think she will want the grimoires inside her. Obviously, Coronzon doesn't have the John's Pen remote control anymore, so she can't just control Index from afar like she used to. So I guess she will have to get her and then maybe possess her, since we know Coronzon can possess other people, which would be pretty messed up if she does possess Index. And yeah, it just makes you think, why did Coronzon not do this in New Testament 22? Maybe, I don't know what the Adi Karika thing is. I think it's a Hindu word from what people were saying on Twitter, or maybe something to do with Flamer. I'm not too sure. But why wasn't she doing this in New Testament 22? Maybe this is her backup plan. I'm not sure. Or maybe she has an alternate way of destroying everything, since that's clearly Coronzon's goal. Coronzon's purpose for existing is the reset of everything. She's not a human being. She doesn't have a moral compass of any sort. She just wants to manipulate people and just cause everyone's demise. That's what she believes in. That's the sole reason for existing. So it's not like she could be reasoned with or taught no jutsu'd. If she does get taught no jutsu, I'd be very shocked and surprised at that, considering Coronzon's nature. But I don't think that will happen. But yeah, it makes you think, why does she need Index? Will she be turning, or will Index turn into a magic god of some kind? Will we finally get to know Index's backstory, how Index came to be, since Coronzon is the one who basically found her or created her in some capacity? Maybe we will find out she is an artificial human of some kind, since it's kind of weird that she has a perfect memory and no one else does. So let's wait and see. I hope we do get Index being a main character or having a big role this volume, since we've kind of been baited into that for a while, and Index's screen time in the previous volume was limited, so fingers crossed. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know your predictions down below in the comments, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see a review of this volume when it does come out. I'll be reviewing this volume, and of course I've still got the other Genesis Testament volume review, so check them out on screen right now. And yeah, see you all next time. Bye bye.